a big one. Today's topic is if you see somebody out there that's doing a lot less off than you are, help them. Help them. Help that person out. And today's time is very hard for the working man. Can you imagine a man that's not working? So don't don't turn your back on the less fortunate. You got to help people. You can't turn your back on people because sometimes people just don't have it, or certain situations in life that people go through, they just don't have the time and the money to get past what they're going through at that time. But at the time when they don't have it and you see them, make sure you help them. Don't turn your back on people that need your help. People that need your help definitely need your help. I understand that some people are out in these streets just using people, but most of the time, the people out in the streets need your help. So don't turn your back on them. It's rough out here in the world, and a lot of people don't have the mental capacity or the means to make it when you do. So if you have the mental capacity and the means to make it out here in this world today, help the less fortunate. Don't walk past the less fortunate, and don't turn your back on the less fortunate, because that less fortunate could absolutely be you. The same people you see going up the ladder will be the same people you see coming down the ladder. Best believe that. So don't look down on anyone at all. And if they're less fortunate than you, help them. Help them get up that ladder. Help them get something of their own. Give them that knowledge. It don't always have to be money. It can be some knowledge that helps them get to where they need to go. Twenty 25 is rough. 2025 is rough. So if you see somebody that needs help, help them. Don't turn your back on them. Do not turn your back on somebody that needs your help. That's what we're here for, is to help people. Because believe me, if you turn your back on people, one of these days, those persons that you turn your back on will be in a higher position than you are. And then you're going to need their help, and they're going to turn their back on you, and you don't want them to do that. So never turn your back on people. If they need your help, please help them. And everybody's struggling this day and time in 2025. Everybody's struggling. So if we help each other, it'll make it easier on all of us if we help each other. If you got it, help somebody. If it takes a moment or a minute to think about it, help somebody. I know sometimes somebody asks you for something and right away you tell them no. But then if you're like me, I'll tell them no. Sometimes I say, no, I don't have it. And then I'll sit and think. I'll look through my change that I have in my car, a side change somewhere, and I say, you know what? Even if you have 35 cents, 45 cents, 50 cents, it'll help somebody with zero. They get a 50 cents from you, 50 cents from somebody else, help them out with zero, So never turn your back on somebody in need of help, because one day you might need the help, and that person that you turn your back on might be the one that you might be asking for help. Treat the janitor the same way you would treat the CEO of a business. Show the janitor the same respect that you show the CEO of the business, because you just never know when you're going to need help someday, and that person that you didn't help and turn your back on is going to try to help you out. And if they have a good heart, if that person that you turn your back on has a good heart, they're still going to help you regardless, even if you didn't help them out. So my message is, don't turn your back on people that are lesser off than you. Times are hard. It's rough to get out there and get it started. People out here living on the streets. They don't have enough to eat. And if you have a lot on your plate, share it, and help people. And helping people will make it easier for everybody else. I don't believe this is the time for harboring your riches. If you have riches, at least help people to take the stress off of them for living day-to-day stressful times in this life of 2025. It's rough out there. Way rough. Hey, welcome to the live, trying to get famous. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's rough out there, man. You know, this is a message to everyone, man. Stop turning your back on people that need your help, the less fortunate. Stop turning your back on them. They need your help. And it can come down to one of these days you might need their help too. Ellie Belly, thank you for joining the live. Thank you for joining the live, Ellie Belly. Peace, God. What's going on? Thank you for joining the live, God. Yeah. If somebody is less unfortunate than you, help them. Let's not turn our backs on the people that need our help. If you have anyone that needs help, let's help them, because life is hard. Life is hard enough for the working man or the working woman. Life is hard enough for us. So you could imagine somebody that doesn't have a place to live, a roof over their head, food in their stomach, clothes on their back, how rough it is for them. So let's have a change of heart for the rest of 2025 on to help these people out, to share our wealth, especially a mother. I really cannot stand to see a mother out in the streets with no place to go, no place to live, no food and no clothes, or anybody to that matter. If they're homeless and hungry, help them. And if you got it, help them. Because that extra money that we have, including myself, is just going to go on junk. So instead of putting that extra money on junk, on things that are meaningless in our lives, we should help those that need it. Help those in need. At one point in time, I was homeless for 2 years straight in a row. That's how I know how rough it is out there. I was homeless for 2 years straight in a row. All right, cuz. Right. Have a good day at school, cuz. Peace, God. Yeah, I was homeless for 2 years in a row. And I know how rough it is out there. And I know how people turn their back on you when you don't have it. And how some people out there that have a lot still turn their back on people that have not got more than what they got, a whole lot less. So in this year in time, I ask y'all guys, man, let's have a change, a state of mind, and let's get our state of mind out there to help people. Help people that don't have anything, that's less fortunate than you. Let's help them get to where they need to go. Let's help them get what we have. Because I'm telling you, the same people that you see going up the ladder will be the same people that see you going down the ladder. But you'll never go down as long as you help people. That's what we're here for. We're here to help people. We need to make a pledge of 2025 on. If you have it, the next man got it. If I have it, the next man got it. Let's help each other. We need to help each other. No more of this division. To help somebody out of their problems, to help somebody out of their bad situation of not having a shelter or a home is what we're here for. We're here to help. We're not here to hurt. We're here to help. Yes, Ellie Belly, you got it, Ellie Belly. Yep. If you have it, the next man got it. Our next woman got it, you know. We got to change our mindset, you know. You know, even if you give them the money and they go buy alcohol with the money, at least you did your part. At least you did your part. I understand there's a lot of people out there with substance problems and things like that, but at least you did your part. Give them the money, or give them the knowledge, or give them something that's going to make them benefit for what they're coming to get from you. But at least you did your part, you know. Give it to them and let them do their part. But at least you did your part. Yeah, well, at least you did your part. And just acknowledge the people that don't have more than you. Just get out there and acknowledge them, you know. They're people too, just like you, you know. Just going through rough times. Like I said, I was homeless for 2 years straight in a row, so I know what's going on out there. And I thank the Holy Mother. I thank the Holy Mother and I thank the Holy Father for bringing me to this spot in life where I'm at right now, where I have a roof over my head and food in my belly and clothes on my back. But I would never had that if I didn't have help from somebody that seen that I was trying to help myself and help me out, you know. Thankfully, I ran across somebody that was willing to help me out, you know, in my time of need. So you guys really don't know how that makes people feel. How that really makes people feel when you don't have anything and you're struggling, trying to make ends meet out on the streets, and somebody helps you. So can you imagine, like, you're struggling, 2-3 weeks go by, you're struggling, you have no work, you have no job or anything like that, and somebody helps you. Somebody helps you get an apartment. Somebody helps you get a hotel. Somebody helps you pay 3 months worth of rent that you don't have to worry about. Somebody helps you get your refrigerator and your freezer full of food for your family. If that feeling feels so good, it brings tears out your eyes. York Brown, 355. Somebody will be there to help you. Let's hold on, York. Hold on, somebody be there to help you. Yep, and she got you too, York. And she got you too. You got her and she got you too. And that's true riches right there, York. So you got it there. So don't worry, that's the true riches right there. The creator, you got the creator, that's the true riches. The true riches. And thank you for joining the live, York. York Brown 355 in the house. Thank you for joining the live. Where's everybody tuning in from? Because we have homeless people all over the United States, homeless people all over the world. So we got to try to get this message out of we need to help everybody. We need to help, and we need to stop our limit on helping. We need to help everybody. Bless you too, York. York Brown 355, bless you too. We need to help everybody. We need to help everybody. We got to stop putting standards on people's ways of living and just help them. Do your part. Do your part in helping and move on. Just move on. Do your part in helping. Oh, one thing too was like, if you help somebody, please don't record yourself or videotape yourself helping a man, because that's not. If you help somebody, hey, Will Mary, thank you for joining the live. Yeah, if you help somebody, don't videotape it, and you ain't got to show nobody around the world how you help somebody, or put it on a live how you help somebody. If you help somebody, help them from your heart. And do it in secret. Do it in secret. Do it in the closet, You ain't gotta blabber to the whole world. You don't have to blabber to the whole world and post it to the whole world that you help somebody. If you help somebody, just keep it to yourself. Keep it in the closet. Let it be something between you and that person that you helped, Yeah, I understand that. Also, York Brown 355. I understand that, but it's like when somebody. It's like when somebody sneezes. When somebody sneezes, and you tell them bless you. When somebody sneezes, you tell them bless you, and they say nothing back to you. They don't say or acknowledge anything back to you like thank you or anything like that. But at least you did your part. That's what I'm saying, York. So we're not gonna really stand there and really ask them oh, are you gonna do drugs with this money, or you're gonna buy it for food and all that stuff? As long as you did your part, give them the money, feel good in your heart for helping somebody, and move on. They're gonna do whatever with that money, but you helped them out regardless. You did your part, and just move on. You help them out. Even if they're going to buy drugs or food, you help them out in your part, Hey, what's going on, Jaden? Thank you for joining the live. Thank everybody for joining the live. My name is Christopher Jordan. Thank you all guys for tuning in to the live. If you checked out my YouTube channel, you would absolutely know that I love cooking. But right now, my kitchen is not big enough for me to demonstrate my own cooking. So I do have big time chefs up on my channel doing some cooking and showing recipes and stuff. And I love motivational speaking also. And to do little type of dancing and stuff on my channel, you know. So love, like, share, and subscribe if you can. Yep. Today's message is let's help people. It's help to less fortunate. If you have some change in your car, if you just have a little bit of change in your car and you see somebody that needs some help with 50 cents, $1 would help. Get them some water, especially it's hot. It's very hot. That's another topic. It's very hot out here for the homeless people, you know, and they don't have no money to buy water. You see somebody hot out here because it's record-breaking heat this year. The sun is not playing no games at all. So if you see somebody out there, buy them some water. Get them some water. Buy them a big old jug of water. Because we have to stay hydrated because the heat is not playing around this year at all. I'm out here in Arizona, and Arizona's already at 113 already. You've been at like 113 for about 4 days already. Already record-breaking heat. Sometimes that'll change people. Believe it or not, sometimes that'll change people. Reckless behavior a lot of times comes from when you can't have something. And then after that, you're willing to do anything to get it. You're willing to do anything to get it. So maybe you give them money. Not saying all the time you have to do it. Maybe just that one time you give them that money, you might have saved somebody too, you know. Because if they do have a drug addiction, then they're gonna be hungry for the drugs. But at least if you gave them that money, they'll have it, and nobody's gonna get hurt or anything like that because they're gonna have it, you know. There's a whole bunch of ways to look at things too. But I understand what you're saying, York. I definitely understand what you're saying. My mom would never give people money if they asked like for money because they were hungry or whatever. She would always go into the store and buy them a sandwich and come back out with the sandwich and give it to them. Never gave them straight up money. But my mindset is just a little bit different right now because I'm not gonna put no restraints on helping people because whatever they do with it, that's on them. Whatever you did with it is on you. So you helped, keep it moving, go and help the next person, you know? And if you know what they're doing with the money, hey, you don't got to help them again, but go and help somebody who's real with it, you know? Keep it going. You help them once, and if they continue to do it, then let's move to the next person, you know? But at the same time, if you help somebody, keep it in secret. You don't got to let the whole world know that you help somebody, you know? You don't have to videotape it, put it on social media, anything that you help somebody. Just keep it to yourself. Yep, all you gotta do is keep it to yourself. I see all these guys, these rich guys, all these rich guys on TV and social media, they always record them helping somebody. They always record them giving somebody money or having a McDonald's box with a hamburger in it, and the other box has like $30,000, and they make them choose which one do you want. Do you want the hamburger or do you want the box that has the money? They don't even know the money's in the other box. But they doing social media stuff like that, you know. If you're gonna help somebody, keep it to yourself. Keep it in the closet, you know. You don't have to present to the whole world that you help somebody, which really means that it's not coming from your heart. You just want to show off in front of everybody else that you help somebody. That's not true. Thank y'all guys for tuning into the live. Like, share, and subscribe if you can. Like, share, and subscribe to live. My name is Christopher Jordan. Thank everybody for tuning in to my live. Today's live was about helping everybody that you can. If you can't afford it, help somebody get some food on their table. Help somebody get clothes on their back. Help somebody get a roof over their head, a shelter, somewhere to sleep at night where they could be safe. You're doing your job. You're doing your job, you know. That's every man and woman's right to be safe at night, especially if you have kids and all the women and guys too out here with families, and all of a sudden shit just hits the fan on you, you know. One moment you're on top and next thing you know you're on the bottom. You know, it happens. It happens, you know. It happened to me. You know, I came originally from Staten Island, New York, and I moved out here to Arizona around 1997, and I was living with my brother and his baby's mama, basically his girlfriend, and things were going good for a while until my brother and his baby's mama broke up. And my brother took off, and I was still at the house. I was still at the house, living at the house with his baby's mama. And, you know, so that was an awkward position for me. So I had to go. I had to go find my own spot. I had to go be homeless for about 2 years straight. So sometimes it's up and you'll be down in 2 seconds. Sometimes you'll be up here and then you'll be down in 2 seconds. So just be careful, man. The same people you see going up the ladder, the same people you see going down the ladder. Treat the janitor of the company the same way you're going to treat the CEO. Because one day you just never know. So that was my message for today, y'all guys. Take it easy. Thank y'all guys for joining the live. You know, and I am still looking for moderators. I'm still looking for somebody or anybody that wants to be a good moderator for my channel. Because I have a lot of trolls that say a lot of foolishness on my channel. And if anybody wants to be a moderator, just let me know. And we'll see if we can make you a moderator today, or, you know, see how it goes. I'll be posting and making lives all the time on YouTube. So if you want to be a moderator on my channel, let me know, and then we'll see what's going on. I'll probably make you a moderator right away. My name is Christopher Jordan. Thank y'all guys for tuning in. And remember, help somebody that's less fortunate than you, because you never know who you're not helping. Take it easy.